Hi guys, good morning everyone. Hello all. Am I audible? Is my voice is reaching to all? Can I get the responses please? Yes, no? Hi, hi Naya, good morning. Hi Lata. All right, so guys, see this one concept I'm going to show you all. Okay, what is this concept is about? Okay, see, when we are having SSIS packages in our on-prem, and if we want to execute, if you want to execute, okay, and automate this SSIS packages, okay, via ADF pipelines, then how we can do, what is the procedure, okay, and how we can execute the SSIS packages. Okay, so my main focus, okay, is on ADF pipelines. Okay, how we can, you know, design the ADF pipelines, and how we can create the SSIS integration runtime, and how we can automate all these things. So what I'll do, I'll create a simple small SSIS package. Okay, and that SSIS package, okay, I'm going to execute with the ADF pipelines, Azure Data Factory pipelines. This one concept I would like to show it to you guys. Very important. Okay. So execution of on-prem SSIS packages from ADF. Okay, from ADF. To run the SSIS packages, okay, which are established in our on-prem via Azure Data Factory, then we can use the execute SSIS package in ADF pipeline. We can use the execute SSIS package activity. We can use the execute SSIS package activity in ADF pipeline. Okay, execute SSIS package, okay, activity allows us to assess the cloud compatibility of our SSIS package and run them on Azure SSIS integration runtime in Azure Data Factory. Okay, so we are going to create a separate integration runtime, that is Azure SSIS integration runtime, and this runtime will, boost our ADF with compute power, networking power, processing power, virtual core, and all, and it will execute the SSIS package, okay, which is there in our on-prem, and even we can do an automation also. Okay, I'll show you that. With use of this feature, okay, the use of this feature, we can attach a newly created or existing Azure SSIS integration runtime to SSIS project, and then execute our package on it, execute a package on top of it. Okay, fine. So implementation steps to execute the on-prem SSIS package via ADF. Okay, so what are the prerequisites here? What are the things you have to have? See, to do this demo or to do this lab, okay, to do this automation, to execute this SSIS package via ADF pipeline, you have to have some softwares installed in your laptop. What is the softwares you have to install? First, you should be having Visual Studio 2022 Enterprise Edition with Microsoft Data Tools Integration Services as an add-on. As an add-on, you should be having, firstly, you have to install Microsoft Enterprise, Visual Studio, and then Data Tool Integration Services, you have to have it as an add-on. Okay, you have to install again this also in your laptop. Then you should be having SQL Server, you should be having SSMS, and then Azure Active Subscription. Active Azure Subscription, free trial is also fine. If you're having free trial, then that is also fine. Okay. These are the prerequisites, that softwares that should be there in your laptops in order to do this implementation. Okay. So install Visual Studio 2022 Enterprise Edition in your laptop, and then install, okay, Microsoft Data Tool Integration Services as an add-on. Okay, these two we have to install in our laptops, and I have already installed in my laptop long way back. Long way back, I have installed it in my laptop. Okay, this installation will take some half an hour of time, guys. Okay, if you want, I can give you these softwares via Google Drive. You can also install these softwares in your laptops. Okay, fine. Next, step two. What it is saying, step two, create SQL Server instance and SQL DB in Azure portal as usual. SQL Server and SQL DB in Azure portal as usual. Okay, SQL DB and SQL Server in Azure portal we have created 100 times till now, 100 times, right? So I'll just go here to Azure portal, portal.azure.com. Okay, I will say here SQL database. I click on create. I'll take this resource group. I'll say here Naresh database. Okay. I'll create one SQL Server instance. SQL Server in Azure 2327. Okay. Fine. This is all we have done, guys. Many times we have done this till now. This is not new to us. As usual, how we have deployed the SQL DB, SQL Server in cloud, the same way we are doing it. Okay. Then I'll pass the password here. Okay. Password, confirm password. Say here. Okay. Okay. Then I'll configure the database here. I'll take standard. I'll say here DTU as 20. Database capacity is also 20. Okay. Fine. I'll go with locally redundant storage. I'll make it as public. Okay, I'm saying yes so that the other resources and services can access my database and I can connect via my laptop. Okay, rest of the things I'm leaving it to default. I'll go ahead and I will deploy this SQL DB and SQL DB server in cloud computing. Okay, so that is what it is saying. Step two, create SQL server instance or SQL server and SQL DB in Azure portal. Okay. Next, what it is saying, after this gets deployed, okay, after this is gets deployed, open SSMS in our local laptop, connect to Cloud SQL Server. The Cloud SQL Server which we are creating here now, which is in deployment in progress, that SQL Server we have to connect and we have to create this table in our cloud database. A simple table I am creating here in my cloud database. Okay. So I'll just hold on. Let this deployment of SQL DB and SQL Server gets completed. Okay. I have to create this table, a small table in my cloud database only. Okay, cloud SQL DB only. For that purpose, I am waiting for this to get deployed here. Okay, fine. Lift and shift of SSIS. Yes, yes, you can say even that also. You have to just navigate to the SSIS package and you can run. Okay. Now the SQL DB and SQL DB server got deployed in our cloud computing. I'll open the SSMS because it is there already in my laptop. Okay, what is my SQL server name? This one. Okay, I have given this name only and I'm connecting via SQL Server authentication to my okay cloud computing DB server. Okay, I have connected to my SQL DB server. Okay, and I'm creating this small table. Okay, I'm creating this small table here. Okay, I'm creating one table with a name called SSIS log, and two columns are there. This is first column ID, column data type, identity constraint, and log data and time, that is today's date and time, whatever it is. Okay, these two columns I am creating into this table. Okay, done. If you see here now, we are not having any data in this table, correct now? So start from EPO.ssis log. See, this table is completely empty, blank. Nothing is in this table, completely blank. Okay, good, that is fine. What I'll do next, create a folder, okay, with this name in your local laptop in any drive. Then open Visual Studio, new project, create a new project, search for SQL Server Integration Project, Integration Services Project. Okay, we are creating a new project in our laptop. So what I'll do here, I'll go to G drive. I'll create a new SSIS project folder. Okay, SSIS project. Okay, SSIS project. And then I'll open the Visual Studio. All these softwares I'm now using one by one, guys. I'll say I create new project. I'll say here SQL Server Integration Runtime. I got this one selected. Next, I'll say here SSIS project. Okay. I'll navigate to the drive where I have created the folder SSIS project. Okay. Fine. Then click on create. Fine. This is the SSIS project that I have created. See, I'm having only simple one SSIS package. Okay, package.dtsx. This is one simple SSIS package I'm having. If you want, you can add multiple SSIS packages and all. I'm not giving much focus on SSIS package because we are here mostly giving focus here on ADF pipelines. Okay, so what I'll do, simply I'll create one connection here. I'll create one execute SQL task. Okay, step by step I'll do. Okay, now right click on below connection manager, new LDB connection, new. Okay, all these steps you have to do, guys. So right click, new OLEDB connection. Okay, I'll just delete this existing connection and then I'll say a new. Okay, I'll say here okay. And here on provider, for provider, I have to select what Microsoft OLEDB driver for SQL Server. For provider, I have to select this. Okay, this is for provider, Microsoft OLEDB driver for SQL Server. Then say here okay. Okay, fine. For server name or file name, give the server name what you have created in the cloud portal. This is our server name, right? Server name. Give this server name. Please be clear. Don't give the server name what I have mentioned here. Okay. Here in the bracket, I have mentioned very clearly. This DB and DB server we have to create in Azure portal. We have created in Azure portal. Pass accordingly. This is just as an example I have given. Don't pass this. Read this bracket. In the bracket, I have given very clearly this DB and DB server we have created in Azure portal. Pass accordingly. So what DB server name we have given? SQL server in Azure 2327. The same thing I have passed here. Now use a specific username and password, obviously, because we have created our SQL server and SQL database with SQL authentication. You can connect it via user ID and password, right? Username and password. What is the username we have given? We have given the username as this one and password as this one. This is the password, right? Correct, na? This password we have given. If you notice, this password only we have given. Next, initial catalog. This is the database name. Database we have to select DB. This is the database we are having in our cloud server. That is what the database we have selected. Test connection. Let us test. Yeah, super connection is succeeded. Okay, and then say here okay. Done. Then I'll say here okay. All these things you have to do. Okay. Then what it is saying, right click on connection manager that we have created, rename, give a name as my connection. Instead of this very big name, I'll just put it very simple and convenient name as my connection. My connection. Okay. My connection. Simple and convenient name I'm giving here. Then next, click on save all on top. So click on save and save all. Okay. Next, step 6. Drag and drop execute SQL task in this one. Double click on this one. Execute SQL task for connection. Okay. Click on the knob and choose my connection. Okay. For connection, click on the knob and choose my connection. So I'll just put one simple execute SQL task. Okay. Double click connection here. For connection here, say my connection. And for SQL statement, we have to write the SQL statement. What is this SQL statement? I am saying that insert a record into this table SSIS log. Okay. Simple SQL script I'm writing here. Insert into SSIS log. What is this SSIS log? This is the table name which we have created in our database. See, the table is there here. SSIS log table is there. I'm saying in my package that insert a record into this table. So this package is going to do that only. This package is going to insert a record into my table. I'll say here, okay. Okay, see, SSIS log. And this table is completely blank. As of now, this table is blank. See, no data. Now, after this, what I'll do? I'll do the build for this solution. I'll say here build the solution. The build should get succeeded. Super, see, succeeded. Build got succeeded. Okay, build got succeeded. Fine. Then next, what I'll do after this, right click on the project properties. Okay, and then For protection level, set this one. Protection level, set this one as a don't save sensitive. Okay. Again, for protection level, you have to set this for execute SQL task property. So this step 7, we are going to do. Right click on the project properties. Okay, protection level, say here, do not save sensitive data. Okay, click on okay, apply, okay. Okay, why we are doing this? Because by default, the package data and everything is encrypted. So it will not allow ADF pipelines to execute this package. Okay, when we are going to execute this package via ADF pipeline, it will not allow. That's why I'm doing this configuration. Okay, fine. Here also I'll say don't save sensitive. Fine. Save all. Compulsorily click on save and save all. Fine. Now right click beside execute SQL task variable, click on first icon and give name as connection string. Okay. And for data type, change the value to string. Just right click here, anywhere you can right click in this white area, and then say here variables, define a new variable, give the variable name as connection string, data type, okay, string here, okay, data type, I'm giving it a string. Value, it is showing 0 as of now. We have to pass the connection string here. I'll just first make my connection string, then I'll put the connection string value here in this box. Okay, click on close. What I'll do now, after this, now right click on my connection properties and connection string. Okay, now right click on my connection string properties, connection string, properties, connection string. This is what the connection string we are having. I'll take this complete connection string, I'll put it here in a notepad. Okay, this is my connection string. And in this connection string, obviously, when this package have to insert the data where in my SQL database, okay, and SQL server, how we have connected to this SQL server and SQL DB using the user ID and password. Correct or not? The same way here, if you see in this connection string, we are having all the details, our SQL server name, okay, our database name, username, and what is the thing missing here? The missing thing is a password. So what for that, what I'll do, I'll concatenate the password here. Okay, how can I concatenate the password? Simply I'll take this password here. This is the password I have given. See what is the password we have given? This password only we have given. So that's why I'm concatenating the password here. Okay, so I'll say here password equal to shakepated123. Okay, I'll say here password equal to shakepated123 and then semicolon. Okay, see the same thing I'm saying here. Okay, right click on my connection properties, connection string, copy the complete connection string value and paste it in a notepad as shown below. So this is the connection string. Now concatenate the password to the above connection string as shown in below. Example. Okay, this is the example of concatenating the password to the connection string. Why we are adding the password, I told very clearly. Okay, what is the thing here? Why we are concatenating the password and all this? Because okay, cloud SQL server and cloud DB, okay, we have deployed, okay, we have deployed in such a way that we can connect it Okay, by passing the user ID, username, and password. What is the username? Gareth. Password is this one. Okay, this is the username we have given. Whatever you have given, guys, accordingly you have to pass. Don't pass the as it is same value. Okay, this is the password. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll take this complete connection string. I'll come here. I'll come to variables and I'll pass here. See, by default, the data type is int. You have to change the data type to string. Compulsorily do this. Many people will get forget and package will get fail. So please be careful. Every single configuration is important. Now, if you come here, see, the connection string has been stored successfully. This is done. Now what I'll do, okay, what I'll do here, right click on connection manager, right click on my connection properties, click on expression three dots button. Okay, right click on my connection properties, expression, click on these three dots. Here I'll say connection string. Okay, here I'll click on these three dots. The variable what I have declared just now, that variable, and drag and drop here. So here, okay, okay, done. Click on save, save all, save and save all. Okay, then build and build the solution. I'll say here build the solution. Okay, build got succeeded. See my cursor, build got succeeded. This is fine. Now here we are starting ADF portion. Up to here we have done SSIS package, and here we are doing ADF. So we'll get an ADF, we'll get an integration runtime, and we'll say here Azure SSIS, and we'll give this all details. Okay, so I'll come here to home. I'll go to data factory. Okay, I'll give the name 2327. Okay, I'll say here 2327 Naresh ADF. Okay, Naresh Azure data factory. Okay, at the ADF we have deployed 100 times. All these values I'm keeping it to default. Correct now? And then I'm going ahead and I'm creating the data factory. Okay, we can't create. Let the ADF gets deployed. Okay, I'll go to resource. I'll launch the studios, ADF studios. I'll go here, manage. I'll go to integration runtime. I'll say the plus new. Here I'm taking water, Azure SSIS. Azure SSIS. Okay, click on continue. I'll give here name for our integration runtime. Any name you can give. I'm giving here Naresh SSIS integration runtime. Or else simply you can say here SSIS integration runtime. SSIS integration runtime. Then next description, creating this SSIS integration runtime for on-prem SSIS package execution. Okay, fine. Then next node size, this I am taking. You can take any node size. Node is what? Node is nothing but servers. So this integration runtime, what we are creating, this integration runtime needs the nodes, same like our Azure Databricks cluster. Azure Databricks cluster also needs the nodes. What these nodes will do, these nodes will give the computing power, networking power, processing power, okay, virtual core power, etc. to this runtime, so that this runtime can execute our SSIS package and can do the task. So here you can take anything. Again, remember, the higher the value you are taking, the higher would be the cost. So I am taking a configuration of what? 4 core and 1634 MB of processing, D4B3. You can increase the sizes here. Plenty of options you're having. I'm just going this one. How many nodes, how many servers you want to run this SSIS package? 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever. Say here next, continue. All the steps I have given here, okay? Number of nodes to continue, then click on continue again, okay? And then you have to uncheck this one, uncheck this box, okay? Create SSIS catalog hosted by Azure SQL database server, manage instance to store your project package environment, execution logs, etc. So basically, if any logs and all that, if you want to save, okay, for your SSIS project and all, then it is asking for. I'll say here continue. Okay, maximum parallel executions per mode per node. I'll say here 2. Okay, you can put 4 also. Parallel means in parallel you can run multiple SSIS packages via this runtime. Okay, continue here and then click on create. It is giving you all the details. See, you are creating this runtime, Azure SSIS integration runtime, on this subscription, on this resource group, on top of this ADF, in this location, with this name, with this description, with this location, with this node size. 2 nodes you have reserved. Standard edition is standard. Okay, license included. All these details it is giving you. Okay, if you want, you can read it. Simply click here on create. Once you click on create, then here you are going to see a new integration runtime. See, SSIS integration runtime. But here the condition is the status of this runtime should also show as running. The status here should show as a running here. Okay. It will take some 4 to 5 minutes of time. It will take some 4 to 5 minutes of time, and it will change the status to running. That is compulsory. That is compulsory. Until the status change to running, you cannot use this SSIS integration runtime to execute your SSIS packages. Okay, that is compulsory. Interview question, very important interview question. Okay, the custom SSIS integration runtime. Okay, we have created in ADF that should turn to running status. That should turn to running status. Then only we can use that SSIS integration runtime to execute our SSIS packages, okay, in on-prem and all. So here it will take some time, guys. Just keep refreshing. The status should change here to running. Just come here, come to home. Okay. What I'm saying is, see, wait for some 4 to 5 minutes until the status change to running for SSS indication runtime that we have created. Okay. Okay, so I'll patiently wait for some time. Okay, so after this is done, what we'll do, we click on author icon, create a new ADF pipeline. In activities pane, search for execute exercise package activity. This is execute exercise package activity. Okay, just hold on. Okay, if it is not happening, guys, I'll do one thing. I'll change the subscription. Instead of this subscription, I'll take another subscription and I'll create ADF there, and then I'll create this integration runtime in that subscription. Okay, it's taking a little more time. If it is not happened, then that I can make it as my alternative. Okay, in this is free trial subscription. In free trial subscription, see this Amit Singh. If you see, this is a free trial one. So in free trial, these advanced concepts will take some time, or else it won't come, it will get failed. Okay, if I go to my subscription, this is free trial. See, okay. Yes, I have added this concept newly. Okay, so I'm supposed to show this concept in ADF classes only. I have added this all this because I was doing some R&D on it. So that's why I took some time and I'm showing now. So I have added this concept. I'll share this document. I have updated the document. Means I have added this concept. I'll share this updated material again. I'll keep on updating the material like this, guys. Okay, so I'll just share this one again, no problem. So if it is not working out here, okay, leave it. It is just going on. It is just going on. So what I'll do, I will come here. I'll just change the subscription. I'll come to my paid subscription. Paid subscription is the boss. Paid subscription will go very fast. I'll say here one data factory I'll create. This is another subscription, guys. See, I will create an ADF here 2327 ADF, create a data factory, click on create. ADF got deployed. Launch the ADF Studios. Okay, I'll go to manage integration runtimes. This one will get by default along with the ADF auto resolve integration runtime. We have run many pipelines and all with this, but this time we are going to run our SSIS package, this one. So to run this SSIS package, this will not work out. We have to create an SSIS integration runtime. Okay, I'll just say here SSIS integration runtime. Okay, I'll give the description. Fine. I'll take 4 code. That is sufficient for me. Okay. Uncheck this one. Continue. Here, two continues I have written. Only one continue coming here. Okay. Maximum parallel operations. I'll say here two. Continue. Click on create. So this is the paid subscription. Hopefully here it will get started very quickly. It will change the status to running. The ideal time as per Microsoft documentation is 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. Until the status change to running for SSS integration runtime that we have created. So 4 to 5 times is maximum time it should. But free trials is different scenario. This is a paid subscription. This will still take time. If I come here to my free trial subscription, let us see what is the situation in free trial. Still starting. In my paid subscription, it is still starting. And let me check in the free trial subscription, what is the status? Okay. I can do one thing also, guys. I can do one thing. See, this is the ADF which has been created already. 1921. I launched this ADF. And here the SSS integration runtime is already created and it is running also. See, it is running. Understood. In free trial only, I have two ADFs. In one ADF, it is running, it is not running, it is taking time to start in this ADF. But in this ADF, it is already there. So what I'll do, I'll come here and I will delete this one. In my paid subscription, what I have created, I'll delete this one so that it should not bill me. If I come to manage integration runtime, see, it is still starting only. Waste fellow. Fine. So I'll just cut this one. I'll take this 1921 Naresh ADF. This ADF I'll take. Two ADFs I'm having in my free trial. This ADF is not a starting our, it is taking time. This ADF is taking time to start our SS integration runtime. So I'll take this one. Fine. So I'll go to this ADF. I'll launch this ADF. Okay. And I will go to author. I'll click on the pipeline. I'll say a new pipeline and I'll say here SSIS. This is the activity I'm going to consider. I'll say here pipeline 2. Okay. I'll say here execute SSIS package. I'll come to settings. I'll say here Naresh SSIS integration runtime. Package location, I'll take embedded package. I'll say here upload, where I have created my SSS project in G drive. Here in this, I'll just take it. Done. I'll say here publish all and publish. Publishing. Just hold on. Done. Publishing is completed. This is fine. Good. Close. Now I'll do the debug. Once I do the debug, here I'm going to see a record in my database. This ADF pipeline is connected to this package. Okay, correct. And this package is having SQL statement written here to insert the record into this table. And this table is in the cloud database. The database is in cloud server. And finally, here we are going to get the record. See, all these things are interconnected to each other. I say here debug. Okay, it is in progress. It should get succeeded. Super. It got succeeded. Very nice. Come here. Now see, you are going to see one record inserted into this table. One record inserted into this table. Who is inserting the record in the database? This SSIS package. This SSIS package. If I run one more time, it will insert one more record. It will insert one more record. Did it get succeeded here? Super. It got succeeded. We'll see the second record. See, second record got inserted. Now, you want to automate this so that the ADF pipeline should automatically execute the SSIS package. For that, what we can do, we can do an automation. I'll just go here to manage. I'll say here triggers. I'll say here plus new. I'll say here schedule based trigger. Okay. I'll say start date is 5th. Okay. And I'll say here 8:27. Sorry. This is the date, na? This is the time. Yeah, this one time. I'm just setting the time here. Started from 8:27. Okay, fine. I'll say here run this one for every 1 minute. I'm saying recurrence frequency run for every 1 minute. Start trigger on creation. Okay, fine. Say here okay. Then come to your pipeline. Say here new or edit schedule based trigger. Say here okay. Okay, publish all and publish. Close. Now you have done the automation from your end. Now, if you notice every 1 minute, what will happen here? This ADF pipeline, okay, this ADF pipeline will run this package and it will keep inserting the data into the database. See, I have created a very small table. You can create a big table. You can create here 10 to 15 columns, data types, and all that stuff. In your real-time projects, you will do along with your team. Okay, maybe you will do it for multiple tables also by writing the joins, this, that, blah, blah, stored procedures and all. Depends upon the project requirement. And now, if you notice here, if you come here to manage monitor, If you say your trigger runs, okay, so we have set it for, yeah, see it started. Trigger is started here. Okay, why we have set it as for 5th March, 4th March? It should be 5th March, right? Okay. Now this trigger will run our pipelines by itself automatically. Publishing, done. Come here, is done. Let me check. I should get third record or fourth record. Yeah, see, third record got inserted. Third record got inserted. So what if you have noticed manually I have not run on debug and not ran this SSIS pipeline, ADF pipeline to run this SSIS package. Okay, if you wait for 1 more minute, because we have set up the frequency here, what, 1 minute, right? We have set up the frequency as 1 minute here. So for every 1 minute, it will run the SSIS package. So if you come here now, if 1 minute is completed, see fourth record got inserted. That's it. Automation you have done. It's an automation we have done where the pipeline is automatically running the package by itself and it is inserting the record into the databases. That is, guys, that is what it is. Okay. Hence, using ADF execute SS package control activity, we are running the on-prem SSIS packages in our Azure portal ADF and inserting the data into the SQL databases. Yeah, note, if you want to automate that we have done just now, that is what I have written here. If you want to automate the execution of SSS package, then we can set up the schedule-based trigger, wherein the package run by itself as per the schedule and load the data into the SQL databases. Steps I have not written. I have just written a note here. You can use the schedule-based trigger. That is what I have created. See, this is what I have created, schedule-based trigger. Okay, and I believe 1 minute is done again. If I come here, you will find a fifth record. Super. It will keep on running. It will keep on running. If you want to stop, what you have to do, come to manage and say here, stop. Publish all and publish. Now it will not insert the data into your database. That's it, guys. This is the end of this demo. Fine. So I'll share this material with all of you. Okay. Complete automation. You can set it up and then you can run your on-prem SSIS packages via ADF pipelines. You will find this concept at page number 104. Page number 104, you are going to get this concept. Okay. Just close this one. I'll come here to the race training materials. Okay. I'll upload the material. I'll just remove the old one. I'll say here file upload, data, Naresh IT, engineering, done. Okay. So guys, please go ahead and download the updated material so that you can get even this concept also.
get some team to show the dependency. So, how you want to proceed, Sanrapsan, about that?
Okay, fine, guys. So please download the material and do this practice. All right. So that's it for today's class. And in tomorrow's class, we'll start with synapse analytics. In tomorrow's class, we'll start with the synapse analytics. Okay, fine. Any questions, guys? Anything before I close the class? Yes, no? Okay, fine, guys. No responses. I'll take it as no questions. We will connect again tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone.